Okay, so let's show you an example of what happens when somebody who do not understand the immigration laws apply for a restoration and an extension of a work permit and land themselves in trouble. So for safety reasons, security reasons, we are going to hide all the private information of the person, but you will understand the case as we go along. So this person from Philippines received a LMIA based on a barber shop in Fort St. John, BC. And based on that, he applied for a work permit, which was valid till April 30, 2020. And that was an employer specific and a location specific work permit, which means that he could only work for that specific employer in Fort St. John, BC. But the employer kept moving him to different places, and because of that, he was in breach of the work permit conditions. So he reached out to IRCC, who approved a vulnerable workers open work permit for him for 1 year, and that work permit gave him the authority to work in Canada on an open work permit till 2021 January 19. And since that was an open work permit but a location specific, which is Edmonton, so he could work with any employer in Edmonton. But he was mistaken to apply for an extension on this open work permit because he was not really eligible for that. What he needed to do was to apply for an LMIA specific work permit, get an LMIA, and then apply. So that's the reason why on January 14, 2020, the IRCC officer said that they're not satisfied that you meet the requirement of the Immigration and Refugee Protection Act, and you have not demonstrated that you are eligible to apply for an open work permit, because he was not eligible. Not everybody is eligible, and their temporary resident status expired on January 14, 2022. And in the same application, they mentioned that you may apply for a restoration. So this person just realized that, okay, yeah, if we may apply for a restoration, so he went ahead and applied for a restoration. But unfortunately, since he did not have a status, he was not really eligible for restoration either, because to apply for restoration you need to have a status. So his restoration application's result came on June 15, 2022, which was like 5 days ago. And they said that we are not satisfied that you meet the requirement of the Immigration Refugee Protection Act. Your application as requested is therefore refused. Okay, because you see that he didn't have status since January 14, 2022. So since you are no longer holding a temporary resident status in Canada, your application for work permit is also refused, and as you have not demonstrated that you are eligible to apply for an open work permit. And since you are a person in Canada without temporary resident status who is not eligible for restoration, and you are a person in Canada without legal status, and as such we require you to leave Canada immediately. If you do not leave Canada voluntarily, enforcement actions may be taken against you. So you see that just by not understanding the requirements of application for an open work permit or requirements for the application of restoration, this person put himself in a lot of trouble right now. He do not have any status, and he has to leave Canada and maybe apply for another LMIA work permit from outside Canada. So you see how not knowing the immigration law created this problem for this person, and he's left without any status and he has to leave Canada now. So if we were to call an immigration consultant or an immigration lawyer before applying for his work permit extension or even the restoration, we would have advised him that he has to get his employer to get an LMIA and then apply for an LMIA work permit. And if he were to do that, by now he would have been eligible to apply for permanent residency under the Alberta Opportunity Stream. So he lost his status, he lost his opportunity to get his PR, and now if he leaves Canada, we don't know if the employer he's working with is even going to support him with the LMIA or not, because he's not in Canada. So I'm not saying that not everybody needs to do their own applications. I'm saying that if you are doing your own application, you need to understand the law. If you don't, call somebody and get the help you need. Thank you.